Where you have the ties between the two layers of fabric, you'll want some extra strong stitches. So here I'm going to demonstrate the back stitch. Instead of going forward the way you would for a running stitch, go back and then forward. Back and forward. These stitches are also a little bit smaller, which makes them stronger. When you have about this much thread left, you'll want to tie off the thread with a back stitch. So go back through just under a few threads. The smaller you can get this, the better. When you have a loop like that, slide the needle through once and then twice. Pull it so it makes a little knot and trim off whatever is left there. Before we turn this right side out, we'll want to trim the corners on this to make it a little bit smoother. So just cut across that way, but make sure that the rest of the tie is still there. And we'll do that on all four corners. And now we're ready to turn this inside out. Make sure you don't rip any of your stitches while you're pulling this to the outside. You can pull those ties to make it nice and flat, and it's ready for top stitching. To close the opening here, let's take this thread and slide it up to hide the knot at the end. Then make one small stitch on this side, across, and a small stitch on this side. top stitching, I would recommend using a double thread so that you don't have any knots to hide. To measure your double thread, start the same way you did for the single thread, and then pull it back up and cut your thread twice the length of the other one. Okay, for the double thread, make sure you're putting both ends of the thread through the needle at the same time. And make sure they're both staying in the same place. There's no knot on the double thread. You just pull it through. There will be a loop at the end, and you put the needle through that, pull it tight, and that's what holds your thread in place.